Welcome to Deeply Disgusted. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about Alicia Andrews. If y'all don't know who she is, she's a pretty light skinned chick that set men up. She'll set you up to die. Her murder case just started. She's the girl that's involved in the Julio Foolio case, in Tampa, Atlanta. The rapper from Jacksonville that basically dissed every single body. Had one of the best, drill musics as far as, Florida that I ever heard. I still listen to some of his tracks today. But, this girl has been charged with first-degree murder. They offered her 18 years, and guess what she said? She said no. She's going to try to use, her light-skinned complexion, her pretty curly hair, and those little pretty little eyelashes she got to try to convince the jury that she's innocent when they have all type of digital evidence. Whew. Some people are just dumb. But we're going to get into it. And I'm going to follow this case a little bit more. I'm going to really rip into this case and really try to bring light to these girls that we have around us that are pretty, that wind up being the death of us. Let's get to it. Deeply disgusted.
And I'm Mark Wilson. Glad to have you with us here on this Monday. Right now at 6, the trial for the first of 5 suspects in the Julio Foolio murder trial in Tampa. Now underway today. Alicia Andrews is accused of helping stalk and track the rapper last year in what authorities called an ambush-style shooting. Jury selection in her case began this morning. And Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer has been covering this for us. Joins us now live in our newsroom. Hi there, Aaron. I know you sat down with Andrews' attorneys prior to the trial here. What did they tell you?
Mark, they say Andrews has been honest with investigators all along. She admits she was with the group of suspects, but her attorneys say she had no part in the murder and was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Today, we're going to be picking a jury in a criminal case.
Yo, they have her as a judge? Oh, she's getting life. She's getting life. This judge don't play no. Have y'all seen this judge before? She's always on YouTube. They always give her the big cases if she's available. She is she's a sweet judge at the same time, because I've seen a lot of moments where she kind of was kind of soft-hearted. But let me tell you something. This woman's not a normal woman. This woman is a logical woman. This judge is an excellent judge, but let me tell you, they call her the Queen of Lobs.
Alicia Andrews is the first of 5 suspects to go to trial who are all...
The hell? Why the hell she look like her lawyer? What the hell is going on here? Wait, I'm sorry about to play it again. I don't mean to pause it, but this threw me off. Why do she look like her lawyer? Why her lawyer look like her mom? Right? Lawyer ain't bad, though. Lawyer could get it. The lawyer could kind of get it, though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta find out what she doing after this case. Gotta hit her up.
all charged in connection with the murder of Charles Jones, a Jacksonville rapper known as Julio Foolio.
Charles Jones was shot and killed while he was seated in his car.
The judge briefed potential jurors on the basic facts of the case. Jones was in Tampa to celebrate his birthday last...
Look at her looking all pretty. Look at her look. This is her tactic. Y'all can sit on these podcasts and figure out let me see. She's gonna use the baby mama tactic, or she's gonna use the vacation tactic. She's gonna use the crazy tactic. She's gonna use I can't read, I'm retarded tactic. No. Let me help y'all other podcasters out. This is what she's gonna do. She's gonna go there and just try to look pretty. That's it.
Security video shows a group of shooters opening fire on Jones's car outside a hotel near USF. Rashad Murphy, Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, and Andrews are accused of making the trip from Jacksonville to Tampa to kill Jones in what investigators described as an ongoing gang war.
That perception is not reality.
Andrews' attorneys recently sat down.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw that video of Julio Foolio getting murdered, I thought it was actually disgusting. I thought it was actually disgusting. Like the Deeply Disgusted show. But I thought it was disgusting. I just couldn't believe that people would do other people like that. Like, I know I'm from a hood. I know I'm from the crazy part of Jersey. I know I survived so many different parts of PA and Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, New York. I survived so much. DC, I survived it all. I seen it. I seen the blood. I seen the guts. But now, I'm talking about now as the person that's standing in front of you. I wasn't always this person. I was disgusted when I saw that. To see these, what y'all call black brothers. I was disgusted to see that. Like, they killing themselves like that. Like, even shooting a gun and, like, me as a grown man today, like, shooting a gun and, like, oh, it's not, like, I don't want to point it at nobody unless it's self-defense. That's the only time when it's appropriate. But I found it totally, like, so disgusting. But her lawyer got a nice little butt right there, though.
Down with Fox 13 to explain why they believe she's innocent.
She was here for a trip with her boyfriend. That's it and that's all. And found herself caught up in a mix of stuff that she was unaware about completely.
That's
the defense? Oh, she's getting like... She was on vacation? That's what you're going to tell the jury? Like the jury's going to be like, oh, she was on vacation. Oh, gosh, this girl is innocent. This is Florida, guys. It's the sunny state. Come on, we got to find her innocent. She was just on vacation. And look at the video of her. You could tell she was on the beach. She got a little tan. She was relaxing with her boyfriend. She's an innocent girl.
She told detectives who didn't believe her. They say she and her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, acted as lookouts the night of the murder.
Look at this fool. Look at that fool bouncing his head at court. He don't even know. You about to be bouncing your head in prison for the rest of your life.
Defense says Andrews had no idea what was about to happen.
Right, this is a case where the state tries to put her in a box and say that she is the girlfriend of one of the individuals involved and that she would do anything that this guy tells her to do because she's so in love with him.
They just leaped to the conclusion, since he was there, she must know. And, it's just a faulty kind of logic.
All 5 suspects are charged with...
I'm sure they have more than that, sir. I'm sure they have texts and GPS tracking and all type of Instagram posts of her saying, he's right here, guys.
First-degree murder, but Andrews is the only one not facing the death penalty. Her lawyers say she's been honest from day one, and they think jurors will believe her.
Yo, they always lenient on the girls. I'm sick and tired of it, to be honest with you. They always lenient on the girls. Why all the guys got to get the death penalty, but she don't? They're going to say, oh, because she didn't actually kill him. Her boyfriend didn't kill him neither. Her boyfriend is basically getting charged with the same thing she's getting charged with. Not exactly the same, but basically the boyfriend didn't shoot Julio Foolio. And he's getting the death penalty. Listen, I don't disagree in what the state's doing, but all I'm saying is make it fair. Just make it fair.
Automotive technician, commission based, so if I don't physically turn wrenches, I don't get.
Okay. And remind me the name of your employer.
On the check
So this is the beginning of the case, really. This is the start of the case. This is where the jury will see her, and this is for a legal strategist like me. This is important because this is when the jury actually get a visual, they first visual of you. And if you look dirty or you got certain symbols on your body, tattoos, you have hair placement, maybe dread, maybe certain type of hairstyles that gives a negative connotation like dreads or locks or you know this is a very important part of every case in the United States, really in the world. The first time the jury sees you.
Right?
But it's a chain called Express Oil Chain Group and Tire Engineers.
Okay. And they will not compensate you?
No, they will not.
Okay. All right. And you've indicated that your wife does work, but that her pay will not, during this time period, would not cover all of your other bills, correct?
Correct. Her job was pretty much for the insurance part of it.
Right.
And that's where all of her income comes.
And do you have children?
Okay, that's one of the jurors that's talking to the judge. She's basically trying to see if he's a good fit for the trial or if he's not. And he's basically saying, no, judge, I'm not. My employer can't pay me. My wife don't have a job. I got a lot of bills and I got to go home, okay?
I have one.
One child. Okay, how old is the child?
12 years old.
Okay, state any questions?
No questions, Judge.
Mr. McClymonds, any questions?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Jimenez. Just go back into the jury room for me, please. Okay. So is there any objection to excusing him for cause at this point?
Judge, there's no objection from the state.
Hello? Like, y'all don't hear the judge talking to you? Like, hello? This is what I'm talking about. When you start in a trial, especially a trial like this, you have to be on point as a lawyer. You gotta be on point. You gotta listen to everything every juror says, and you have to make sure, how can I link this juror to my case that benefits my employer, basically. You got to make it like you gotta speak up, bro.
I don't have an objection. I just hope that
Right.
we're not going to start
Me
losing
too.
others.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. So,
Judge, is your mic on?
And there she goes. There she goes. The devil in the flesh. Look at her sideburns. Look at those sideburns. Look like horns to me. These are the girls that, they on Instagram and they'll send you a message like, yo, don't you want me? Don't you want me? Full of evil. Full of evil. It's the devil's playground. A lot of times a woman is a symbol of evil. Think about it. In this world that we call a world, a lot of people call it, this is really hell. And we have to die to make it to heaven. Who allows us to be on this hell? Who's allowed the entry of us to be on this hell that we call earth? Woman! You cannot exist in this world, in this hell that we call earth without a woman. A lot of people believe that a woman is a symbol of demons. A woman is a symbol of evil until they find a good man. That's the whole symbol between Adam and Eve. Eve was a symbol of the devil. She was listening to the devil and she was convincing Adam that this is right. That's That's a woman. That's a woman.
Who's they? Oh, I gotta turn on the CCTV, sorry. You mean the audience can't hear me? They're fine. Okay.
Look at her. She looked like she talked like a little girl. Look, this is a woman that's 18 years old. She's over 18. She looks like, and her mannerisms is like little girl mannerisms. Little girl mannerisms, and they do such devilish activities, like activities that grown females that been on this planet for 50, 60 years would never do. But you got girls out here doing it in the masses.
Okay. All right, so that's good.
No, they did not take out the freaking make. Are they blood? Am I seeing double? Are they blushing her? Is her lawyer that looks like her mother? That looks like her mother. She's blushing her? I ain't gonna lie, that's a good tactic. I ain't gonna lie. Blush, baby, blush. You better look like goddamn Princess Ella to that jewelry, because let me tell you, you're going to take every single bit of your womanality, if that's even a word, to convince that juror or jury that you are 100% innocent. So I advise you to get a good MAC makeup endorsement, okay?
I'm going to go ahead and excuse Mr. Jimenez at this time. So we still have one alternate left.
And Judge, there is
They got the makeup bag? Is that a makeup bag?
one other thing. Some of the witnesses that are going to be testifying, which
Yo, why you all close to her like that? You guys nuts all in her face? Yo, y'all don't see what the... Yo, what's going on here in the courtroom, yo? Yo, if I was a judge, I'd be like, sir, can you please step away from her lips with your... You have your nuts in her face, sir. Sir, I know you're her lawyer. I know you want to get to know her, but come on, you're not going to get to know her in this courtroom like that, sir, okay?
includes victims and eyewitnesses to the case. They do have concern about their image being broadcast, concerns for their safety, and would ask that their face not be shown.
I be always confused how these girls get tattoos willy-nilly. Like, every girl got a tattoo now. There was a time when only certain girls got tattoos, and we knew who those girls was. They was the ones that you did not want to marry. Those are the ones that you only met after 10 o'clock at night. The girls with the tattoos back in the day, we met them after 10 o'clock at night. Now, everybody got a tattoo. You got girls all... It don't even matter how old they are. They got a tattoo. I don't even know who's doing these tattoos. Who?
Well, you just need to tell me who they are when they're about ready to testify.
They should have put makeup on that tattoo. They should have put makeup on it.
Okay?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Let's bring Mr. Jimenez in.
Baby girl, you starting a murder trial, not a modeling show, okay?
Yes, I'm on juror, but you're running traffic maybe about 15 more minutes.
That's fine.
What is going on? What? That, I didn't like that. What is that? It's like a little flirty laugh, right? You know, like she just passed out. Like, oh my Lord, you can even see the demon in her. You can even see the demon in her. Look at her, demon in the flesh. You know when you do so much evil and you got the evil in you, you start to look like a demon. Like, look at her. Look at her cheekbone. Look at her cheekbone. Look at her arch. Look at her eye. Look at her forehead. She looks like a demon.
Judge, and I'm also hearing it was Fox 13 this morning when they were reporting about opening statements. I think they reran an interview with Mr. Malcolm and Mr. McClymonds talking about the evidence.
Okay.
What is the issue?
It was Fox 13 this morning, aired your interview. And I just have concerns that the jurors overheard any of it.
So sad, man. It's sad when all the pretty girls going to prison. That's all I'm concerned about.
And I just would inquire. Thank you, Your Honor.
She got a tattoo on the other side of her neck. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. So tacky. So tacky. And they didn't think to cover that up. They didn't think to cover that up. The jury would look at that and like, yeah, she's a gang member. That's the first thing they'll think. Gang member. Oh, what gang? Julio Foolio? Oh, another gang killed him? Oh, she's involved? She got a tattoo on her neck? Gang member. Life.
Okay, Mr. Jimenez, I have spoken with both the state and the defense, and they have agreed to go ahead and excuse you at this point in time due to financial hardship.
Thank you.
Okay? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yep, good luck. Safe travels. Okay. And who is it we're waiting on?
Mr. Kagawa. Kagawa.
Okay. But you've heard from him and he's on his way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo, is she dressed like her lawyer too? Is she dressed like her lawyer too? Look how she was just looking at her lawyer. It looked like she kind of like probably looking up to her lawyer like, yo, this girl is light-skinned and pretty like me. Like, why I didn't choose to be with a good guy and like just go to school and probably I work on me becoming a lawyer. Like, a lot of these girls, they need they need good role models in their life. I mean, this girl, this lawyer, this pretty lawyer right here, she could be a good role model for Alicia, but it's too late. It's too late. I mean, if like ice falls from the sky with cows on it, she's found innocent, she's found not guilty, that's a big if. That's a humongous if she's found not guilty. Maybe she could, have that lawyer as a role model and they hang out and, she starts chilling with her family and maybe one day this could be a good story. Like, yo, remember that girl Alicia? She was involved in Julio trials. She was found not innocent and she became a lawyer. That'll be a good story, but I mean, the chances that happening is really very slight. This girl is getting life, man.
Crashing into the only barriers between Charles Jones living and Charles Jones dying. Those barriers, the automotive glass, the sheet metal of the front of his Dodge Charger, which were absolutely no match for the high-powered 5.56 and 300 blackout caliber rifle rounds, which were now traveling at him, directed at him at thousands of feet per second, each one of them carrying over 1,200 foot-pounds of energy, directed specifically.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Julio died. Yeah, he died horrific. Yeah, if y'all understand what those caliber of guns are, we talking about military mission grade guns, like, and they're literally, if you look at the video, they're not like at war fighting, like shooting from far away. They was right up to Julio's car blasting those bullets. Just how the prosecutor described it. those bullets are fast. Going into your flesh, I know he felt that pain. I know he felt it.
And Charles Jones. A Glock 9mm handgun was being utilized by one of these conspirators, a handgun that wasn't just a semi-automatic handgun. It had been converted to a fully automatic hand cannon. And now it was running wide open, dumping all 30 rounds of its magazine through the front end and the windshield of that Dodge Charger. All of that gunfire.
Yeah, he's starting out very good. He's starting out very good. He's describing something that is horrific. He's giving the jury an image of what's going on. You see, I could talk about it because, you know, we've been through it. You know what I mean? We've been through it. I don't like talking about myself, but I know these situations. You know, he is starting off perfectly because even if you don't know the story, even if you don't know the headlines, you know what a jury will remember? A jury will always remember a horrific image in their mind.
Filling the dark early morning hours with booming concussions and bright flashing muzzle flashes as these high-pressured and high-powered rounds flooded the atmosphere in front of that Dodge Charger. Charles Jones. You've heard his name in the indictment. That's his face.
That's Julio Foolio, y'all. Y'all saw how those bullets hit the windshield? Y'all saw how those bullets hit the windshield? If that car was bulletproof, the car would have caught all those bullets. But let me tell you something. That car would have been severely dented. That's a fact. That car would have been severely dented because that 5.5, that thing could blow a hole through an elephant's head. That's Remember, Julio was sitting in the passenger seat. He was sitting in the passenger seat. You saw how close those guys was to the passenger seat? And not only that, if you look at how they were shooting, they had great intel. And that intel was ALICIA Andrews. They were shooting in the passenger seat. This prosecutor looked very serious. He looks like he plays no games. He looks like he plays no games.
Just a few seconds
The reason why it's so low, you see how the camera's kind of like down at the ground, but you see the EV pump? This is the Tesla camera. That's why it's down so low. Look, you can even see the parking lines. You can see the parking lines. Look how you look. Look where the camera's position is looking up at the street light and the moon. The moon is right there. And the EV parking. The EV the energy, what y'all call it? What y'all pump them corny ass EVs up. You know what I'm talking about.
The mountain of evidence that you will see in this case of what happened that night.
If the prosecutor is saying mountain of evidence, it's a mountain of evidence. Oh, wow. I really hate to see pretty girls going to prison.
Evidence that will show you clearly that these co-conspirators hatched this murderous plot, not minutes, not hours, but days before this, formulating in their hearts and minds this agreed upon, collective, and confederated plan with one common agreed upon goal: death, violence, and murder.
Y'all always say if you could plan your whole entire day. Like, I have so much to do today. Like, yo, when you got stuff to do and you got things and people to take care of, it's like, who is thinking about plotting a murder on, like, that would literally take your whole week, month, like, who's gonna sacrifice their whole entire day to plot a murder on somebody, even if it's for monetary gain? You know you're going to prison.
A conspiracy motivated and hatched days before, hundreds of miles away from Tampa. A conspiracy that would span through those days and over 500 miles of travel. Reservation.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me it's 500 miles from Jacksonville to Tampa and they drove 500 miles to murder some? I'm done. Yo, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. What in the... Do you know how much evidence just the distance from where you are in Jacksonville to get to Tampa, the amount of evidence that you... Yo, like and subscribe, and I'm gonna do part 2 in a few, okay? I gotta go get some water, man. Just like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and next one is coming, okay? Thank you.